What?
Judging from the speech, I can't see us convincing him.
So this means we're stuck here?
Quite a predicament, Empress Melia.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
I humbly beg your pardon. Gelgar, at your Majesty's service. Formerly of the Personal Protection Division of the Alchemoth Guard Regiment.
Is that so? Then the pardon is mine to beg, Sir Gelgar. And please, dispense with the Majesty.
Perish the thought, your Majesty. The recent war has rid us of the wicked purebloods. A new age dawns, and we half-breeds are chosen for its caretakers. With you, Lady Melia, as our shining paragon, I cannot but address you as Majesty.
I have no patience for wheedling. Especially from knaves who spit on their ancestors.
I would never dream of doing such. I merely spoke plain truth, no more.
As you wish. But the Majesty address is burdensome to me.
If you absolutely insist. Until you deign to acquiesce, Lady Melia will have to suffice.
So kind, Sir Gelgar.
Make no mention of it, Lady Melia.
Sir Gelgar, we really need to get to Alchemoth, no matter what.
Ah yes, I have heard your exchange with Maxis. Hindering the Empress's triumph. A narrow-minded fool, if ever there was one.
Can't get away from it.
To begin the authentication process, one must raise their hand to the transporter. The device is configured in such a way that only some of the high entier in this land and the Imperial family may pass. Hence, Lady Melia should not have the slightest issue activating it.
A similar mechanism to the tombs, then.
That's our ticket into Alchemoth.
Yes.
Tasty news! Friend Gelgar is good friend! Kind thanks, bird mister.
Not at all. I am but a humble servant in Lady Melia's employ. If it not displease my ladyship too grossly, may I offer you my companionship on your journey? I have a modicum of skill with the blade. Please rest assured.
I appreciate the offer, but must refuse. We do not lack for strength.
Indeed. A great shame. Should the need arise, I shall remain ready to serve.
Certainly.
He's probably gonna join us at some point.
By the way, Sir Gelgar, this outpost appears to
He'll probably be our
consist of
Dunban.
soldiers. Where might all the other refugees reside?
They dwell beyond the Grandel ramparts, which lie below this point.
They live at a remove from you, then?
Yes, because of the Machina who live there.
What do you mean?
Might you have forgotten? When the war broke out, it was the Machina's treachery that lit the fuse. Were it not for them, we needn't have lost our brethren and our home.
You couldn't stand the Machina and thus moved away?
Precisely.
But the war is concluded, Sir Gelgar.
Some simply cannot let go so easily.
Melia, shall we go see for ourselves?
Ah, yes. Very well. Sir Gelgar, we will take our leave.
We'll probably get him
Do
as
please
our
take care of
Dunban.
yourselves.
And we will
You'll find
probably
passage to the capital through the Cragmore Caverns.
get somebody that's a Magna to replace Fiora. And I don't know if we'll get a Ricky or not, but
So Gelgar,
they're definitely
thanks
supposed to
for
be.
this.
They already referenced that they're supposed to be, and they have the same movesets as the other characters, so.
The same to you all.
I could see that easily being how it goes. Okay, you can buy weapons and armor in shops and your journey goes smoother. In this chapter of your adventure, you will not find armor among the spoils for defeating monsters, but you may find weapons that differ from what shops have on offer. Okay, that's good to know. There's no lack of people having problems on Bionis' shoulders. Through completing the quests they give you, you'll retain rewards such as money and equipment and new color variations suitable for use as cosmetics. Okay. Well, actually, I think I'm gonna probably head to bed for today. So we're gonna save. $47 minutes playtime already. Yeah, there's an expert mode, lets you do same thing basically as before, yeah. Okay. So, I will continue this whenever I can. Okay, we're back the next morning with more recording of the extra content. Yeah. Let's see how their quests are for this. We got Tulina. Have you come here across Nevir Highland, then you must have met those ether-based organisms along the way. I speak of the common monster composed entirely of ether. These ether organisms have appeared all across Nevir Highland recently in large numbers too. There must be at least 2 points they're spawning from, and their exact properties differ based on location. Anyway, I'm concerned. With these organisms gathered, they create a strong ether field that attracts other monsters. If you haven't seen them spawn yourself, it's possible there's some prerequisite to it happening that we're not aware of. If you notice a flock of these organisms in your travel, I'd like you to eliminate them with all haste. Okay. Thank you very much. Actually, this is my little brother who told me about this. He vowed to take matters in his own hands if a situation did not improve on its own. But as his sister, I'd prefer that he not put himself in harm's way. I'm sorry to trouble you but I hope you understand this is for the common good. Fortune be with you. No problem, leave it to me.
Yes?
I know it's no business of mine to be asking outsiders, but would you consider assisting us with the hunt? Some of our people sustained injuries while on the last one, leaving us somewhat short-staffed. Could you go into more detail? Go from here in the direction of the lake and you'll arrive at Nevir Highland. You should find some Magna elks who you were able to lure them out with bait not long ago. Would you trouble you to defeat them and collect some elk's iron heart for us? Once you finish, I'm sure you'll lay down bait in the west of Nevir Highland. They won't congregate if you don't coax them out, and our hunters could do with the assistance. Elks are quite partial to the rainbow carrots. It would spare us a great deal of effort if you were to find some for us. Okay. I hope it's not much trouble to ask all of you, but we'd greatly appreciate if you could find the time. No problem. Okay. Oh, whatever shall I do? Hello there, how would you feel about assisting me in my research? Come now, don't make those faces. It's an easy task, I swear. I'll take this grimace as a happily ma'am, shall I? See, I've developed this tool for exploiting ether deposits, a common ether pick, if you will, and I'd like you to test it out. You're still looking uncertain, struck dumb by my apparent genius. Oh, of course, you're used to being able to mine ether deposits on the Bionis with the run-of-the-mill tools, aren't you? Well, that won't work here on the Bionis shoulder. The deposits are too dense, so you'll need a specialized implement, i.e. this. Previous iterations of the ether pick were pretty heavy machinery that required training and a license to operate. So to cut through rigmarole, I looked into developing one that even lay people like you could get use right from the off. If you prove me right, I'll even let you keep one when you're done. How about it? Okay, that's fine. Oh, you'll do it? That's just grand. See, I made the things, so I wouldn't mean anything if I only tested myself. Thanks. I used to have an assistant help me, but they seemed dissatisfied for some reason and ran off before I knew it. Just mosey up to the ether deposit, heft the common ether pick, and use it to give it a go to whack. Do let me know how you get on. No problem, leave it to me. According to Carinel, I just heft the pick and give the ether deposit a good waff. Alright, let's see what the common ether pick can do for us. Same thing everything else did? Huh? What was supposed to happen? Oh, it broke. Maybe it malfunctioned. We should let Chernobyl know about this. Hey, it didn't work. Did you see that?
Hey.
Thanks for that. I have to say, I didn't expect it to break so easily, though. Right. Here, give it here for a minute. I see. So the problem is durability. Alright. To the higher density of the bionic shoulder, it seems the crystal is in form perfect for gems. Just reinforcing the pick isn't likely to improve the yield in practice. Thank you all. This has been a valuable learning opportunity. I can feel like I can take my research to the next level now. I did want you to have the common ether pick as thanks, but now that it's broken, it won't really do, will it? Well, that's too bad. I'll just have to give you the old retail model instead. Like I said, it's got its kinks, so it requires a trained hand, but it's better than nothing, right? You should be able to use it to harvest decently high purity gems for all around the shoulder. Saves you time crafting. Okay, cool. Yes, I definitely would have preferred that over the having to craft them method, which I barely did. So, on the bionic shoulder, you could choose ether pick to mine actual gems from ether deposits, just not crystals. If you exhaust a given deposit, check back after a while. As you progress through the story, you may be able to obtain a more efficient ether pick. With a better ether pick, you can mine gems of higher rank. Okay. Poison Defense 3. Cool, I'll take it. There's a little chatty thing down there and another ether deposit. They said we had to buy our armor, so let's look at that.
Hi there.
We only have 30,000, so we can't really buy too much right now. Do come again. Yeah, let's check on this little heart-to-heart over here. All grown up.
Brother, sister pun. Hope they're not giving Mama pun too much trouble, buckets.
Nene, there you are.
Something the matter?
Kino's been looking for you. Something about stubbing his toe?
Little pun never change. Nene will run back later and go, there.
You're a good sister, Nene. Or maybe more like a mum. By the way, what were you doing out here, Nene?
Nene been reminiscing about Frontier Village, tiny bit.
I see. So, that's where you were living before?
Yep, in past, Nene always adventure into Magna Forest with Brother Sister Pon and climb trees every day.
I assume you were the responsible one then?
That silly question. Nopon boys all good for nothing lazy bones. It all too much for Mama Pon to handle, so Nene have to help take care of Brother Sister Pon and Dada Pon all full up.
I wonder what Ricky would have to say to that.
Dada Pon, after he'd chosen for Village Hero Pon, and set off on great adventure with Mr. Shulk. House become total pigsty. Single little pond underfoot everywhere.
Wow, I had no idea. Wait, was this after Ricky joined us? So that must mean...
Yep. Before Nene became friends with Mr. Shulk and friends here, we actually met 1 year ago back in Frontier Village. Dadapon, stomach rumbly rumbly. Dadapon, need food. Dadapon, give grub.
You're kidding. I'm sorry. I feel kind of bad about this now. Though, in my defense, you've really grown. It's almost like you're a whole different Nopper.
In Nopon biology, aged between 10 and 15 often experience growth spurt. That why, when compare Nene now and Nene 1 year ago, it's not too surprising if not realize they the same person.
It's still quite a surprise. I never knew that a Nopon could grow that much in a single year.
Now Mr. Shulk can rely on post-growth spurt Nene more than ever.
We can always count on Nopon. Us Homs could learn a lot from you.
But Nene have these moments lately when get teeny bit lonely. Poor Hum-Hum. Mr. Shulk, such chowhound.
I don't think that was me.
Nene prepare some grub, too sweet. Now, Mr. Shulk, go call Kino and Miss Melia and tell to wash up.
Really, that's... We thought she was so grown up for always taking care of Kino. But really, she's just a kid.
No.
No wonder she's lonely.
Mr. Shulk, something happened? Tell me too rumbly to move, or what?
Wait, I've got it.
Mama?
I'll round up all the others. Then after, we can all chip in with a meal. It'll be more fun that way.
Mr. Shulk would not say no.
Cute. I like these little moments. They're adorable. Okay. I think I need to adjust something. Okay, it does say the voice volume is high. It just looked like the general noise that the Yeti mic picks up from the room was a lot louder than, like, what the, voices were, so I tried to up it a little bit. Companions form. Okay, needs us to go that way, so we can go to the Navier Crossroads and progress from there. Okay, we got all the Elk's Iron Hearts. Looks like this is the place. We put the rainbow carrots there, I guess. Need something? If you do, well, I'm busy. Can I wait? Oh, no, wait. I spoke to you soon, actually. I would like to ask you to perform some tasks for me. I would not normally reach out to strangers such as yourself, but there was a limit to what I can achieve myself. I have received requests for assistance from some younger captains and companions, and I'd like you to resolve their issues. They should not prove too difficult, yet the volume of work was high, so I was feeling quite harried. First, Gwyneth's request, which pertains to gathering plump wild grass. It's gotten rarer lately, hence the task of picking it was more taxing than I once thought. Second, Fidelius's job of winnowing the preying caterpillar population. These in turn grew more and more numerous until the numbers needed culling. Thirdly, the request from Loban, who was tasked with handling a number of noble brogs. Those critters have been breeding too much for our liking and need a little population control. Gather 5 lots of plump whiskers, subdue 3 praying caterpies, as well as 2 noble brogs. I'd be grateful if you could undertake these 3 jobs for me, if not too much to ask, of course. That'd be better if they did them like that. I like that. Very good then. I shall let you get the details for each mission from the concerned parties. Problem, leave it to me. Yeah, we gotta get a couple of these nebulas. Do a couple things here and there. We can try to the best of our abilities to 100% this section at least, because I don't think it's that long. Okay, that one's dead. No, that's probably the thing on junk, so we can't do yet. Get our broggy boys. Okay, finish the Brog quest. Cragmaw Caverns. Me little friend here. Aww. Mimi. Before friends pass here, please hear story. A sense and ordeal of in our immediate future. Meh. Gratitude for stopping in tracks. What is matter? Matter is a bit complicated, to be frank. If we can help, we would like to do so. Meh. Although we pretty much just only arrived here, so if it's directions you need, we might not be the ones to ask. Issue is not about where to go, actually it's about tracking down friends. They get lost? They not lost, no. They scatter to designated locations to perform ordered land survey. What point of that? Measuring relative and absolute elevation of terrain, plot distance, and other such. No, completely forgot to do mandatory self-intro. Qualified, certified, satisfaction, guarantified, Pawn Spectre, 10-2 is the name. Surveying new lands is game. Pleasure to meet you, 10-2. I'm Shulk, and these are Melia, Nene, and Kino. Pleasure all belong to 10-2. My curiosity is a little piqued. Might I ask what a Pawn Spectre is? Question is extremely well timed. Pawn Spectres is the name of elite unit of non-pawn surveyor, and 10-2 is one. Non-pawn from Frontier Village, surely hear of Pawn Spectre name said in tone of reverence at least once or twice. Huh. Sister Pawn, have any clue? Nene guess Data Pawn might know? Things worse than 10-2 thought. Long period of suspended activity was dangerous for brand recognition. Man, no. Tribulation is only opportunity in full body costume. Go now, 10-2. Have put best foot forward. 10-2 and other Pawn Spectres actually come to Biona's shoulder to conduct full and complete survey, but Chief 1-1 who is brigade leader, forgot to inform us of rendezvous point. So, although 10-2 finish own assignment, looks like creek without paddle. Looks like up creek without paddle, except all Pawn Spectres in same boat. 10-2 thinks should probably go look for teammates, but with monsters carpeting land, probably even veteran Pawn Spectre like 10-2 have hard time. Apart from yourself, how many members do your team number? Nice round 11. Round what? 11, I see. That this vast land, so searching by yourself certainly seems dangerous. Do you know where your colleagues might have gone? 10-2 have a couple of thinklings. 2 Pawn Spectres could probably find, then maybe they have clues for other whereabouts. Ratings, then we should go search for the first 2. Now wait a single minute, Kino. Still plenty of important business we are tending to. 10-2 not get underfoot, promise. Friends look strong, so thought maybe can deal with. That's why I see a Pawn Spectre somewhere along travel path can help out each other's good plan, or what? What do you think, Melia? Do you really need Ashul? We will help you look for your Pod Spectre friends. Should really be Miss Melia that say that. Really, oh boy, tear ducts of 10-2 welling with joy. Thank you, friends. Can you tell us, to the best of your knowledge, where you would expect your colleagues to be? One was in charge area between crossroads, on the way to Campanion's Cape, all the way to Nerth's Necropolis. One is a bit coward, so 10-2 not sure if he's surveyed job properly. Okay. Other one was assigned to area past Crab Maw Cavern, stretching from lake on lefty side to Pillar Knoll. Might be having case of screamy adabs, like unexpected circumstance, so 10-2 would like to put mind at ease. At least friends think 10-2 is some kind of freeload or less to sure. When push comes to shove, 10-2 shove. I feel better already, thank you 10-2. But of course 10-2 most grateful too. On Spectres Unite, blue team 10-2. Okay, so I guess we found the first one? Okay. So it seems like it's gonna be a long quest, but hey, whatever. Part of the content, we'll try to enjoy it. Pond Spectre enabled special attacks. The Pond Spectres are an elite band of surveyors from Frontier Village, split between red, blue, and yellow teams. If you can befriend members from all three teams, Shulk and his friends will gain access to a new kind of special attacks, so try to seek them out whenever possible. Okay. The full Pond Spectre Brigade numbers 12 members. If you recruit one, they may tip you off to locations of other locations heard of are marked on a map with a little flag. Pond Spectres on Biona's shoulder have issues they struggle with. Resolve those issues for them to gain your help in your quest. The collectible section of the main menu, you could access the Pond Spectre report to learn more about Pond Spectres you've befriended up until that point. Okay. So, we have one over here. Well, let's go back to the Cape and turn in that one quest. Oh, you again. I heard back from Gwyneth and the rest. I'm glad their issues were resolved. While I have your ears, something I realized earlier, it's quite possible that the caterpiles gathered to eat the plump wildgrass and the brogs to eat the caterpiles. Seeing as you've taken out all the caterpiles and brogs, the wildgrass might come back sometime soon. We'll have some food shortages to grapple with until then, but that is my problem. Luckily for everyone, that you've won some breathing room here, eh? I'm glad everything worked out. Thank you for the help. You were all in your debt. And sorry for looking down my nose at you all. I wasn't exactly gracious. Okay. Well, we earned some experience by doing random menial tasks. Let's go to Navarre Crossroads. Try to get our little Nopon buddy. Well, let's kill this thing first. Try to get the Wind Nebulas out of here. Get that quest done. In a battle against enemies, Pond Spectres will jump in to help Shulk and his friends on their own initiative. Each Pond Spectre has a signature move, healing the party, debuffing the enemies, and so on. Yeah, they're cute. Red team have offensive signature move, blue team have mostly healing signature, but not all of them. Yellow team has a debuffing signature move. I like how he tripped. If you perform well in the battle, start affinity, burst affinity, etc. by pressing B at the right time, the Pond Spectres may enter a state of high tension. Pond Spectres in a state of high tension will join the battle with all their strength and no slacking off. High tension will wear off in time, returning to the usual state. So essentially I'm going to be able to command a band of Nopon army with my little Nopon buddies and then all these extra Nopons I find. That's kind of cool. Okay, let's see if we recruit this little buddy. Little fuzzy buddy. Qualified, certified, only mildly terrified, and Pawn Spectre Tay-Tay is the name, and surviving is New Lands his game. But really none of that matters right now. Tay-Tay is smack in the middle of a cosmolytic struggle of life and death. That doesn't sound good, buddy. Shock horror. Well, I'm sure we'll be able to do something about it. Tay-Tay was secret surveying, careful to hide from watchful monster eyes, but then made worst mistake of life. At the end, upon inspection, let little victory cheer sleep out, and then monster spotted Tay-Tay. Monsters poised to lunge for soft succulent body of Tay-Tay. Thanks to quick escape legs, Tay-Tay able to hoof all the way here, but then grim realization dawned on Tay-Tay. Somehow Tay-Tay lose more precious than life protective charm. Tay-Tay thinks possibly could have dropped at Nether's Necropolis just upslope here. Oh please, help Tay-Tay to find dear friends. Tay-Tay is begging you. Okay. We can do that. Just upslope here. Okay. Nope. Then heal me. Anybody want to heal me? No? Okay. Thanks. Hope we get this Wind Nebula. Should be the last one.